welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new around here, then my name is Katie. I'm a mixed media sketchbook artist, and for the last few weeks I've been in Japan, so I have a huge art supply and stationery haul to share with you today. Before I show you everything that I've bought, I do just want to mention that my Patreon is now back open. It was paused for the month of April, but it's now back open to join, with all of the content from the last few years able to watch, live streams and live drawing sessions happening this month based on Japan. So if that's something you're interested in, then I'd love for you to join me. And I'm also running a competition and giveaway just for my patrons in May. So I've got a bag here filled with Japanese art supplies and goodies that I did buy in Japan. I'll pop a picture on screen. And there's more information over on my Patreon, but it's just for the month of May. So if you've been thinking about joining, then maybe it's a good time to do so. So with that being said, it's time to get on with the haul. It will be a chunk of stationery and then art supplies, so I'll pop some chapters down below so you can navigate easily. I hope you enjoy it, and let me show you what I bought. So let's start with Traveller's Factory. So I did go to 3 of the Traveller's Factories. I went to the Kyoto one, Tokyo Station one, and the Nakameguro one. And I have to say I preferred the Kyoto one out of all of them. It was really bright, it was much bigger than the others, and there was just more space to move around. The other 2 were very, very tight, especially the Nakameguro one. That one was really busy, so it meant that it was hard to move around with so many people in there and like properly browse. So I did the biggest damage in the Kyoto one. I really recommend Kyoto anyway. We absolutely loved our time there, so if you are in Kyoto, then definitely check out the Traveller's Factory. If it's for a gift, or you say it's for a gift and like tell them which things you want gift wrapped, then they will wrap it in such a lovely way. So I wanted this for like extra ephemera, so I was really pleased, and like it's just so pretty. You get to pick the sticker, and I was really happy about that. Now this video is going to be quite long, so I'm not going to spend ages walking through everything, and like with the stickers and stuff, I'll probably speed through that. So I bought a few refills. I did get a few like dotted around. Got this lovely one, which is the green tea leaf paper. Really love the design on that one. This one I wanted to get like specific locations, so the Kyoto one, which you can only buy in Kyoto. I also got this zipper case. I thought that would be really handy to hold my stickers. And also with this one for ephemera, this is the craft paper folder. Now, I'll try and put prices on screen. It might be a bit tricky, but it's so much cheaper out there than it is here in the UK. So that's why I went a little bit wild, and like with all of the stationery I'm about to show you, I haven't bought stationery in a while because I knew this trip was coming up. So I did hold off buying stuff until this trip, so it might seem like quite a lot. I also got a few of these little pouches. I think they're really good for just storing things, and I really like putting things in them when I am storing them in the studio. So I got this roll sticker. Generally you can't pick the stickers, so it comes out the side as a roll, so you just get what you get. But I thought these would be really nice for decorating. So I was really excited by these stamps. So I got these, I don't know why I'm trying to read it, it's in Japanese. This is the alphabet one, and then I also got the numbers. I really like the size of these and the portability, so I'm looking forward to using those. I got this charm, so this goes through the like string of the notebook that holds it together. I thought this was really pretty, so lots of different shades of wood there. A brass tag, this says fly to the world from Japan. Again, I just really wanted lots of mementos from our trip. This sweet little postcard and envelope. Another postcard. I use postcards quite a lot in my journals, just as like flips. And I also got the Kyoto charm as well. Again, just to like remember our trip. A few more ephemera items, another postcard, and some vellum envelopes. Again, just to put things in. I really like my journals to be quite interactive. This is a washi tape. It's quite thick, but again, it's like flying. We like to travel, so I thought that would be really fun. So I think that was all from the Kyoto one. And obviously here's the little pouch. Now, I don't drink coffee, but Mitch does, so it's not like we don't have coffee in our house. I just love the colour, so it's like a mustard ochre colour. This is from Nakameguro, so again I got another little pouch from there. This one's got thicker rope handles. I didn't go wild in this one. Like I said, it was difficult to sort of see everything, and I was surprised that they didn't have any like exclusive items, I didn't think, compared to Kyoto and Traveller's Station. So again, I got another washi tape. This is for the Tokyo Metro, so there's lots of stations that we visited. I'm going to put this in a lot of my pages. This one I bought as a gift for my sister, so another charm for Japan. A brass clip, so this will be really handy to hold the pages. I've wanted one of these for ages, but they're quite expensive to buy outside of Japan. So really excited about that one. Another postcard, which I'll gift. And then I also got a blank notebook and a sketch paper one. So I'm excited to try this because I haven't sketched in like this sort of format before, so I thought that would be good to have. And then just a plain one. These are really cheap over there. Again, I'll put that on the screen, but much cheaper than here, so I wanted to stock up. And then I got this one. This was from the Tokyo station, so I do have the prices here. So I got the letterpress stickers, again just to decorate my pages. And then these two are specific to Tokyo Station and you can't get them anywhere else. I have had a look to see if you can get them here and they're about like £90. They're a specific edition to Tokyo Station, so I think you pay extra. And I paid 5,400 yen. I'll put the conversion on screen, but it's so much cheaper. So I'm really happy to get this. I wasn't actually planning on getting a whole new notebook. So let me open this up for you and show you. Again, it comes in a thin pouch. There's the string that goes around it that you tie on. So in New York last year, I went to a stationery store and bought the one that I'm currently using, which is this one, which is the Traveller's Airlines. And now I've been to Japan and I've got the Traveller's Train. So I have two now, which I'm really happy with. I think that I don't need more than two, but I'm happy to have this. So I'll probably put my charms and things on this one. And I might keep this just for my Japan trips and do other trips in this one. But I'm really happy to have both. I didn't want another navy one, so I'm happy to have the brown. And I'm really looking forward to filling this. Oh, I also got the refill, which is blank again, for the Tokyo Station. So I feel like I'm set for Traveller's Notebooks now. I don't think I need to buy anything. I managed to buy everything I wanted to, and that will keep me going for plenty of years. Okay, so let's move on to some of the other stationery items. I got a couple of like sticker albums. I want to split up my pet tapes and my stickers to go in here. And this one is a full sort of sheet one, so I can just tuck them in. This one was from Daiso. I believe this one was from Loft. Okay, let's see where to start here. I bought this pouch out there as well just to keep things together, which was really helpful. This was really cheap from Daiso. I got these little folders. I just thought they were adorable. Look at that. I mean, how could I not? Those ones were really cheap. And then a few postcards. These are really pretty. I got these in Kyoto. I got a few for my sister as well, which I've kept separate. So we're going to go quickly through my stickers. So I got these ones. These are all a mix from, I think I got some from Yodobashi Camera, from Loft, from Tokyo Hands. There's some more adorable postcards. Some of them I have used. I'll show you in a second the journaling that I did do out there. Some of these were also from Daiso, and I'm not sure if I mentioned Loft, but these were all really reasonably priced. I think they're about 200 to 400 yen, so very reasonable and much cheaper than over here. Like I said, I was sort of holding off buying stationery items because I knew this trip was coming up. Another really pretty postcard. This is Kiyomizu Temple in Kyoto. This was from a shop called Tag Stationery, which again is in Kyoto. It was near our hotel, and we visited here on one of the days, which was really special, so I'm happy I got a postcard of that. And then I also have a few in this. So this is a little like organizer. I feel like I've got quite a lot of organizers now, but I do have a lot of stickers. So it has like the different little sections, and it's just got a cute design on. So in there I had this kitter, which sort of folds down and makes taking them away really easily, and some cute stamps. This one, they're just so adorable, like so many sweet characters and pretty like gold foiling, and at such a reasonable price, I think. Let's do these things next. This is a 4-pattern. I just thought this was really pretty. Like, I love the designs. So a paper pad, that was 495 yen. So some of these will have the prices on. I also got this, which again, postcards, and I really love the design of these. just a bit more sort of traditional. I'm going to split those with my sister. And then this is a paper book. Let me unwrap it and do a quick flip. Like, there's so much in here and some really lovely designs, really nice papers. I feel like I'll use this with like larger scrapbooks as well as my travel sketchbooks. So I think it was worth it. And again, I'm going to share this with my sister when we create together. So I thought this was really lovely. I'm really happy I got that. I think that was from maybe Itoya. I also bought this really cheap little notebook. This was, I think it was like 200 yen, which is like £1. This is just handy for organising. It's not dated as well, so I think that will be really helpful because I'm not always very consistent with planning traditionally. And then onto this lovely bag of goodies where I've got my washi tapes and some pens and things. Okay, so let's start with these pens. I picked some of these up when I was in Tokyo 4 years ago and I loved them, so I wanted to get some more and I got a few more colours, so just a grey, a navy and a black. Let's do pens. I really love the Juice Up pen, so I got a black and a brown of those. I also got another couple of mild liners. Again, I use these quite a lot just for highlighting things in my journals. I got this really adorable Hello Kitty one, which I thought was sweet, and then this soft blush pink. I got these, which I think will be really handy for journaling on the go. They're just like little scissors. Again, really reasonably priced than it is over here and tucks away really neatly in this pencil case. I also picked up a Tombow Pick glue stick. I haven't seen these over here, maybe I've just not been looking, but I thought that would be really helpful in my pencil case again instead of a really chunky glue stick. A couple more pens, a Sarasa clip from Zebra and also a Friction Pilot. So this rubs out. When you're like writing and you make a mistake, you can rub it out and it's really neatly done, like you can't tell that you've drawn anything or written anything. Some washi tape, so some very cute little animals that are like resting. I absolutely love grid washi, so I wanted to pick up quite a few of those, so I picked up them in these colours. I really love this one. This is like multicoloured and it's kind of wobbly, whereas these are really straight lines. This one feels a bit more hand-drawn, so I think I'll get a lot of use out of that one. I mean, I'll get a lot of use out of all of them. There are so many to choose from, so although it looks like a lot compared to how many there were, I think I've been pretty good. So some more colours there. These are all MT washi tape, which is made in Japan. I also got this lovely yellow one, which feels very spring-like. Really love this one. This is a checkerboard in different pink tones. This one, which is like lots of different characters and it's sort of die cut to their shapes. So very adorable. And a pretty yellow floral one. I love yellow, so I got a couple of those. Some little stamps. I've used this one already, made in Japan again. I also bought a Sashihata ink pad, so I did stamp when I was out there. A couple of Memopads, again for putting in my pages as flip-ups. This one was really pretty, again much cheaper than it is over here, so really happy with that. This one was 605 yen, so about £3, whereas over here they're double that. I also got some Deco Rush. I do have another one, I'm not sure where it is, but this is like kind of like when you're Tipp-Exing and you're putting tape down, but in a really pretty pattern. Mitch and I love Mr. Donut when we're out in Japan, so I got this very fun collab with Sumiko Gouache. And also some flake stickers. So I can show you this in action because like I said, I did do a very small amount of journaling when I was out there. Not as much as I wanted, but I found that I couldn't do sketching and journaling. It was one or the other. So I did do a couple of pages in here that aren't quite finished. This is in the notebook that my sister bought me when she was in Japan last year. I did stamp it as well when I was in the Travellers Company shops. So this isn't finished, but you can see sort of the vibes that I'm going for with like the writing and then little flip ups and things with some of the items I've already used. There's that little stamp. And I also started this spread, which again isn't finished. You can see I stamped at the stations as well, and I'm just putting my ephemera in. It was nice to do a bit when we were out there, and I'm really looking forward to filling this up with all the memories from our trip. Okay, so let me clear my desk and we'll go on to the art stuff. So one of the places I was really excited to visit was Sekaido. You can see I have got a very big shopping bag there. I'll put some clips so you can see the store. So it's 6 floors. There's also a 7th floor for like workshops and teaching. And there were a lot of stationery on like the 1st floor, and then there were other art bits, so canvases and framing, so much art stuff in here. Now I didn't go wild with what I bought. I was obviously limited with baggage space, but I made sure I got what I wanted. So although it's not like the biggest art haul ever from going to a 6-story art shop, that's kind of, you know, it's not who I am as a person in terms of buying heaps and heaps of things. I wanted to make sure I bought things that I wanted, and I know I had a lot of messages when I shared this on my stories of going to this art shop, and I know it's very easy to get excited, and it was a little bit overwhelming, but I made sure I got what I wanted. So I know that YouTube is very much about buying all of the things, but that's just not who I am. So hopefully you'll enjoy this haul anyway. I still got quite a lot of things, and you'll have seen some of them in the giveaway stuff that I shared at the very beginning of this video, because I wanted to make sure there were things that I use, and I'm excited to share that with my patrons. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now, not all of this is from Sekaido, so let's go with those first. I got a few pens. I also have a green one, which I think is in my pencil case. I was very good in terms of not adding extra stuff to the art supplies I packed. I'll leave a link up here to that video so you can see what art supplies I took with me. And I'm going to do a flip through of the sketchbook and the things I drew in Japan on my Patreon. But these were really, really helpful over there. I used the pink and the green when I was out there, so that's why the green one's in my pencil case. And I also got a grey. I really love the texture these create. So these are Kuretake Zig Clean Colour Real Brush. I really love the texture, so I'm really happy I picked these up. I think that was from Yodobashi Camera. I also got an art brush. Again, much cheaper than it would be over here. This is Pentel in olive green. And I picked up one of these, which is it's a Sailor, I think it's a Fude something nib. I'll put it on screen. But it basically has a sort of 55-degree angle on the nib. And I've seen a lot of artists use these, and it creates really lovely lines. You can see you can get thin and you can get thick. So I'm really excited to use that. One thing that I didn't pack with me, I must have taken it out, sharpened all my pencils, and then I think I forgot to put it back in. So I bought a Faber-Castell pencil sharpener, which was helpful when I was out there again. It's just got 2 holes, simple Faber-Castell one. I also got this glass dip pen, which I'm really excited to use with ink. Let me open it up. Here it is. It's very delicate, and it's quite light. You can pay a lot more for fancier ones, but this is my first foray into it, so I thought this would be really helpful to try out with, and very, very pretty. I'm really looking forward to using that with some of my inks. I also got a couple more Penco Clampy clips. I thought these would be more available. I only saw these in one Loft store. I use them to hold back my sketchbook pages when I'm out and about, and also for photographing, so I just got a couple of cream ones. You'll probably know I mostly use the olive green ones, which is why I bought those for the giveaway. I also got this really big clip, which I just like the look of. That'll probably be stationery and art related. Okay, now on to all of my paints. In Sekaido, they do a lot of different brands, but generally you'll get the best prices for the Japan-made ones, so the Japanese paints that they sell there. They give you an extra sort of 5 to 10% off the retail price, and then it's also cheaper because it is made in Japan. So you're not paying the import fees and things that you would over here. So the main thing that I wanted to buy were the Japanese paints, so that includes the Kuretake, Gansai Tambi watercolours, and the Holbein. Now I did buy an A4 sketchbook when I was there. I obviously have my Pith one, but I don't have an A4 one, and this is quite weighty, and that was just a little bit cheaper than I would get over here, but I'm really looking forward to creating in there. So that's the Royal Talens Art Creation sketchbook. And then, if you've been on my channel a while, you'll know that I got one of these last year for my birthday, and I was going to top up the colours, but because I'm quite low in there, it was just easier, and it made sense to just buy the set again, because a lot of them I am getting to the base now. It was much more reasonably priced than buying over here, so I just bought a whole new set, and again I bought one for the giveaway because I love these colours. There are a few that I don't use, so you'll see in a minute that I bought some individual pans, which I haven't been able to find in the UK, so I was excited to do that. So for example, I might swap out this blue for one of the other blues that I've bought, and a white maybe instead of one of these purple shades. But because I was getting quite low on so many of them, it made sense to buy the whole pack again. And now I have another box that I can put my spares into. So let's also show you this, which is Acrylic Gouache. Now this is the 12 colour pastel set, just like I bought for my Patreon giveaway. Let's open it up. Now I'm not going to swatch them all now, but I will be doing a whole video about this because I've never used acrylic gouache before. Oh, doesn't that look pretty? I love that. I mostly use traditional gouache, so this is completely new for me. So I'm going to dedicate a whole video to giving these a try because I haven't ever used them. This was so much cheaper than it would be here in the UK, so I'm really happy I picked these up. And I got the pastel set. They also had bigger ones. They had like 18 and 24 colours as you've seen in the clips. So I didn't go absolutely wild, but I am going to go back to Japan in the future. So it's not like I need to buy them all in one go because I know we're going to go back and I will go back to Sekaido. So I also saw that Amsterdam All Acrylics did some, so this is a Royal Talens brand, I believe. These are just really big tubes, so I made sure I got colours that I know I'll use. Again, just to kind of compare the acrylic gouache between the Holbein and these ones, but I just thought these were nice to try out. Again, really good prices. Now, let me shake out these paints as a little spoiler of what's to come. Now, you will see that a lot of them look grubby. You can see that there's like tinges of green, and that's because sadly I had a little explosion in my suitcase. Somehow it didn't get on anything else, just the brown bag that it was in when I took it out of my suitcase was covered in green paint. And that was thanks to this one. So it's a word of warning and also a lesson for me to probably pack your paints into like plastic bags rather than the brown bags they give you, or wrap them in something, because I think when it got squished, obviously it can't come out here, and this seal, I mean none of the other ones did, but this seal broke. So there was a lot of green paint from here. There's still quite a lot in here, but definitely less, which was a shame. And it went on a lot of the other paint. So I did my best to like clean things up, but you can see it doesn't matter, like the paint inside is absolutely fine. They just look a bit grubby, but they are brand new. They just had a mishap in my suitcase. So again, I got some more of this Holbein because that is made in Japan and so it was so much cheaper out there. This is to go alongside my colour pastel set. I picked out some colours that I thought worked really well together, and also some that are a little bit different for me, but I think will get a lot of use. So these are the Holbein ones that I bought. So we've got sap green, burnt sienna, shell pink, misty blue, Naples yellow, coral red and misty green. I think these colours are really lovely. I think it will work really well for the landscapes that I paint. I'm really excited to give them a go. These are all different colours to the ones in my colour pastel set, but I think that they'll get a lot of use, so I was happy to get the slightly larger ones. So these are the 40mm and these ones are 20mm, so they're half. But again, I'm really excited to try these out. I also saw that they had some Liquitex, so I haven't tried Liquitex acrylic before, so I just picked up two of those. Again, a green and a blue because I know I use them the most, so I got a light blue violet and a chromium oxide green. And then here are the pans that I bought. Now these two were actually from a different shop, these went from Sekaido. So I bought a few different greens. Obviously as a landscape artist I use a lot of greens, and I'm going to swap them out with a few in this set, so then like this is going to be my main palette that I use. I absolutely love this paint. Again, I'll link that video where I tested it out for the first time up in the cards, but it's like a mix between watercolour and gouache. And like I said, I'll probably swap out some of the purples for these greens, and then I will just use that as my main palette. So I'm really excited to give that a go. So let me take this out of this little sleeve. So they have cracked, but I'm not worried about that. Like, you add water and it's sturdy in there. I really like that you can buy them in the individual pans, and again, it just made sense to get it in Japan because it was so much cheaper. So having used that Art Nouveau set for sort of 3/4 of the year now, I felt like there were some missing. So that's why I knew what I wanted. I wanted some more greens. I really wanted a white, a more sort of sky blue, and then a really bright yellow. So I feel like these are going to make my perfect palette. I'm really excited to use them and to swap them into that palette to make it like my perfect one. So I'm really happy with these colours. Again, I didn't go wild, but like I said, I will be going back to Japan, so I'm not worried about that. But I just am really chuffed with these colours. I also bought this little ink. This is a really lovely turquoise ink. This wasn't from Sekaido, this was from Loft, I think. But this will be used for my journaling and maybe even for that dip pen as well, for some sort of sketches and some line work in my sketchbook. I did pick up a couple of pan pastels. Now these aren't made in Japan, so they were still cheaper than they are over here. And I do feel like I've got enough pan pastels. There were a few colours that I felt like I was missing. So I got a really light grey, and that is neutral grey tint. And I also got burnt sienna. So I really love the warmth of this one. Like I said, I don't feel like I need any others. So I'm really happy with my pan pastel collection now. I think I've probably got about 10 or 12 altogether. And I feel like that's enough for me. And then the very last thing to show you, it was one Neocolor. Now I didn't buy a load of these because it's not too much cheaper. It was still cheaper just because the yen is so weak. But I haven't been able to see the light cobalt blue on Jackson's or Colt Pens, where I also sometimes buy Neocolors. For some reason I just can't find the light cobalt blue hue. So I just picked one up when I was there because I saw it, and I absolutely love this shade. I use it a lot, so I just thought I would add that to my little haul. Okay, there we go. So I hope you enjoyed seeing my haul. Like I said, I know I didn't go absolutely wild, but there's plenty enough here for me. I'm really excited by the things that I did get. It doesn't feel too overwhelming with all my stuff. I'm really looking forward to using all my stationery and my stickers to fill out my Japan travel journal, and then also giving these new items a try. So really trying out acrylic gouache and seeing how we find it, which is going to be completely new for me. So stay tuned on my channel to see how we go with all of this. Let me know if there's something that you are excited by, if there's something that you haven't tried or that you like the look of, or maybe that you absolutely love acrylic gouache and you want to cheer me on. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I've had an amazing time in Japan, and it's lovely to read all of your comments on the last video wishing me well. It was a wonderful honeymoon, so thank you so much for all of your support. I will see you all next week in my next YouTube video. See you later.